So hi guys and welcome back to another episode, and we have sponsor plan completed. We get 3.1 million for it, and manufacture for chassis is done. So we have Monza in 4 days. So let's see. Yeah, we have new 8-year period, but we can wait. What? Okay, yeah, it's because obviously I do not have any places to go. 13 days for the front wing. Other than that, yeah, chassis. So yeah, we can do it afterwards. So let's just go the rear wing and let's do that. So guys, if you haven't watched last video, go and check it out surely, because in Zandvoort the race was between people who pit 3 times versus the people who pit only 2. So it was a 3 stop versus 2 stop, and we with the 2 stop came out on top. So guys, I think we are looking pretty good, and obviously Kushmaini though obviously won the race, but Pierre Gasly he is catching up. He is not showing it, but he is catching up to Kushmaini. So we might have a little bit of a fight on our hands, though Kush is obviously 65 points in front. So still, I think guys, we might be able to do something. Let's not worry about the pit crew training right now, and let's just see. We have to go for the Monza GP, guys. First of all, let's see if we have some upgrades. Obviously chassis, yeah, I'm going to give that one for Kush, because you know what, let's just give that one for, I think guys, he deserve it. But let me see, he does not deserve it. Gasly does not deserve it. Hell, none of these drivers deserve it, because look at that. This is going to ruin our top speed. It's going to increase our DRS effectiveness a little bit, but yeah, everything else, so yeah, no reason to go on to that chassis. Let's just see the rear wing. That is okay. Side pods, we have the best one. Underfloor we have for both drivers. Let's put that one on. Suspension, you know what, let's just manufacture at least one of them, because they will be needed. And guys, let's do the race targets, and guys, let's just go into the Temple of Speed.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset?
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And while there are plenty of rounds left, the teams know their time is slowly running out.
Sit tight then for the rest of the action.
And into the Temple of Speed, guys. Let's just go and change the engines, and this time it's going to be the best one we had. So the engines are perfectly done. Let's just go into the qualifying, and into the qualifying, sending both the guys a little bit closer. This time obviously Monza, you need the slipstream. And guys, honestly, this is the first season I did not have to worry about the damn engines every time we use them, because well, we have 4 engines now, 3 ERS and 5 gearbox for a 20-day season, which is actually amazing. I was able to keep up with all of this, and I did not even have to scratch my head every time that you change engines or you try to save as much as I can. But this time it wasn't the case. So let's see, the first 2 sectors purple for Miney, green one for Gasly, even though he is getting the slipstream. So into Parabolica, Miney, let's see what he goes. Sonoda 18.9, good lap for him, but Miney goes 2 tenths faster, and Gasly just a tenth and a half slower. So Kushmaini obviously went into P6. Pierre Gasly at the end finishes in P11, and Lance Stroll and Charles Leclerc obviously out. So Daniel Ricciardo again finishes only in P22, not where we want him to be there, guys. I really hope that him coming back into the season for the Red Bull might prove something different for him, but it's just downhill from the first race back, and I don't know what more to say, guys, but I still believe that he can still do something, not in this season, but he might be able to do it for the next one. So we have started the second lap on a on a used set of soft tires, and I think Miney is in front and Gasly behind him. Let's see the times. Other than that, other than us, who is doing a lap 27.6, and that is a purple one with 3 tenths faster. But Gasly obviously will suffer that slipstream a little bit into the second half of the lap, and 25.8, and let's see 25.7 still into the second part of the track. He was still faster. So through Parabolica, Miney, let's see what he does in the final sector, and that was 24.9 and a 24.5. Gasly had just beaten Miney to a pulp by 8 tenths faster. And guys, I am again sending both our drivers out, and this time it's Miney who is getting the slipstream. So let's see, will it improve or will it actually get worse for Miney? Let's see that. Obviously, I think, guys, people have done a good lap. It's just that Gasly got an amazing slipstream. Other than that, everyone is really close. And the first sector, Miney goes green, and Gasly, you know what, let's take his, let me manual control him so that I can stop him from pushing, so that Miney can catch up. But look at that, Gasly is just a little bit too fast, and through goes the round the last corner. Miney, let's see what he can do, and he goes P3 only, still improves only by 1,000. And let's see Q2. Obviously, Pierre Gasly just did a crazy lap, and George Russell, the last race winner, is out of Q2. That is the cruelty of the sport, guys. This is just the cruelty of Formula 1. One day you are a hero, next day you are worse than a zero. So let's send both the drivers out closer to each other as we can, and let's put driving, don't fight teammate for Kush, because he will be the one who gets the slipstream. And we have started that lap into Q3, and let's see, these guys again still a little bit farther than the first lap, but still doesn't matter. Let's see the first sector, 27.6, and Gasly is faster. Gasly is actually faster in the first sector. Even in the second sector he is faster. So I think, guys, we have brought these guys a little bit far, and they go 1:18.7, and that is 19.1 for Miney. So we will have to go out again. And look at that, guys, sending both the drivers out, and Miney is in front. So let's remove don't fight teammate for him, and let's put Gasly on don't fight teammate. So they are starting their final lap into Q3, and Norris locked up into turn 1. Not really a problem for us. Let's see the first sector. Green goes Miney and green goes Gasly. Both of them improved by a tenth. Well, not Miney. Miney improved by half a tenth only, but Gasly does improve by a tenth. So he obviously will get the slipstream. Second sector, purple for Miney and green for Gasly. Let's see other people's sector. Max Verstappen goes P3 after his improvement. Miney race to the line, goes P3, and Gasly only goes P5. So good luck for Miney even without a slipstream. And Gasly did not get a good enough slipstream, only ends up in P5. And Sainz at the very end goes to P2. And we have an amazing Haas and a McLaren starting in the front row. So guys, let's just go into the Temple of Speed.
Well, it won't be long before the drivers hit the track for 53 laps around Monza in what should be a fast and fantastic race.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
Monza, a centurion among circuits, dripping with motorsport history. Expect to see cars fly by as 80% of the track is tackled at full throttle. It's not all go, however, and brakes can be prone to overheating through the tight chicanes that Monza has to offer. Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
And into the race, let's just go. And we have rain. What? We have rain. I have saved, I think, one set of soft, 2 sets of medium, and obviously hard. And it's not going to be any matter because we have rain in Monza, which I think we hardly see. So that will be fun. And the race is going to continue with fuel 2 laps slower, driving options done for both the drivers. And it says we can go till the end on these inters. So guys, let's just see what happens in the Monza GP.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. And it's always an entertaining race when Yuki Tsunoda is involved.
An encouraging grid position as they sit in P8. Lots to build on during the race if they manage it well.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
So Antonelli takes it from pole from Carlos Sainz, who's in P2 trying to do something, still going side by side. Lando Norris has to defend against Mini going side by side, and he has overtaken Lando Norris, but Piastri, well, he has overtaken Gasly, who has lost to P7. That is not really that hurtful. So let's see, Mini is pushing 100%, and the rain is quite high, and yeah, the rain is going to be going for the whole race. So there will be no pit stop, and there might not be anything crazy in this race. If you think that, you are wrong, because I know guys, Monza is never that simple. So let's start to save already guys, because we have already gone a little bit too hot on the tires, because the track temps is 34 degrees Celsius, and that is the fastest lap goes to Piastri. He's going for it. Gasly though taking his time. That is the right choice in my opinion guys, because the tires are going crazy, and that is Maloney, who has already spun in turn 2. And that's what I'm saying guys. Look at the temps. Look at the temps, how crazy they have gone. Let's stop using the battery. We have used it a little too much. Not a good thing for us. Mini with the fastest lap will try to go through the inside of Carlos Sainz, but Carlos Sainz has the better understanding, and he stays into P2. So we have, well, everyone has 97 to 96 tires, and Piastri is fighting with Gasly. Let me give Gasly a little bit of a helping hand, and through the outside goes Piastri. Has been overtaken by Gasly, but Gasly will get everything we can give him, and he into the Ascari chicane. Can he do it? And through goes Ascari, and Gasly has overtaken Piastri. That is good, but we have to catch up for Gasly. We have to catch up to him to the top 6, and he is a second behind, and he has caught up, and he now goes for it into turn 4 on Lando Norris, and that was an overtake, an easy overtake in my opinion. So I think the tires are a little bit hot, and Lando Norris is not going to stop here. He is relenting in his attack, and through Ascari we have stayed into P5 for Gasly, and there is Piastri fighting a little bit with Lando Norris through Parabolica. Inside goes Piastri, but it was 3 wide. It is 3 wide with Tsunoda, Piastri, and that is Tsunoda who through the inside comes and was able to overtake him. Porsche also came, and Piastri and Lando Norris loses 2 position, and Mini though has gone crazy. He goes for the win. He has overtaken Max Verstappen, Sainz, Antonelli, and then he was able to get the lead, and it was into turn 1. No one is really pushing, but still Mini has the pace to get himself into the lead. That is good guys, that is something we wanted. Let's see what natural pace Mini has, and guys, even before that, in just 1 lap, and it's Mini. Please don't tell me Mini has some kind of crash. He does not have any kind of problem. That is good, and that is a red flag. That is a red flag, and Ocon is out. Tsunoda has some damage. I do not know, but Ocon is out, and this is the reason. Ocon has stopped 2 of the cars, and we obviously did not see what happened. But I think guys, what I understood obviously through Monza is that what mostly happens is that someone pushes you out of track into turn 1 gravel and then you get stuck there. But obviously in rain, Ocon got stuck there and Hadja and Lawson was stuck behind him. So guys, let's just go.
It's time to pick up where we left off as the race restarts. And it's lights out and away we go.
And race restarting for both the drivers, and we have to, let's stop for a second. I know guys what I'm doing, because I need to push these guys. And if let me show you, this is that even if we have a good start, we might get overtaken. So that's why I'm doing it, and Gasly will get a good chance here. Those Sainz and Antonelli going side by side, Gasly going side by side through the inside of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has been pushed out wide, and this is definitely what happened. Yeah, this is definitely what happened to Ocon. And look at that, guys, Sainz fighting with Miney. Let me see, everyone is on a new set of inters, and this is definitely no way we are going for another pit stop. Now I thought, well, we might try to do a pit stop after the first one. Obviously you always get some kind of chances to do it, but Gasly has already overtaken Antonelli, though these guys are really close to each other. Let's go aggressive on the tires, but through goes Gasly. He is bogged down behind Miney. Miney though needs to push, and through the inside goes Gasly, and it becomes outside, but they are still going side by side using all the battery he has, and he has overtaken Carlos Sainz. So let's bring the tires back into the range with aggressive. Let's go to standard for him, and Miney can go to standard again, but Sainz is not stopping. He is going for it, and we need to push. We still need to push Gasly, because obviously these guys are not going to stop until their battery is empty. And Miney, you know what, let's stop Gasly first of all, because his tires, yeah, it's too crazy to do anything with those tires. So let's stop pushing, guys. Obviously we can push on the fuel. Yeah, let's push on the fuel for a little bit, because obviously we can go in negative. It's not going to matter right now. Miney has lost 3 positions. What the hell? Who he was going side by side with, and we do not even see he was going side by side with. But guys, we have a pretty good idea who he was going with, and it must be, yep, it was Gasly. He went side by side with Gasly, and he got him some damage. That was the gift Miney gave Gasly. Well, Gasly gave Miney, and that might be annoying, but still, guys, let's see the pace for Miney. You know what, let's not push. Let's see the normal pace for Miney, which is actually still good. So guys, let's not worry about it right now. And look at that, guys, lap 23. Miney has overtaken Oscar Piastri. Look at that. And that, obviously, he was pushed out wide there, but it doesn't matter to us even if he was pushed out wide. And that is a big crash between Porsche and Piastri. Both of these guys have crashed. No reason for a safety car. Well, no reason for going into the pits. Let's see, Oscar Piastri taking it easy. Porsche must be behind, and he takes him out. That is a big crash, a filthy one to say the least. That was horrendous. Yep, that was horrendous. And Charles Leclerc has, for that, he has also spun. So let's try to, you know what, drive in cleaner air, so that we can get some good clean air into those tires and into the engine to bring them back. And the safety car is ending, guys. We have to push now for Gasly, who has gotten P2. Wait, how? Wasn't he leading? It doesn't matter, guys, because it's Antonelli. We can overtake him very easily. And the safety car goes green. Antonelli leads it, but Gasly has tucked in behind him. He's staying with him, and let's use all the tires we have through the turn 1, taking it easy. Max Verstappen though going on to Miney, but Miney going civil and still was able to overtake Max Verstappen back. So Max Verstappen through the inside goes into turn 4. Look at that, going side by side, but Miney has still, even after that underfloor damage, he's not going to let that one go that easily. Gasly though has overtaken Antonelli, good for him, and Antonelli has a mechanical fault. That is not something you want to see. Let's stop pushing on the tires. Let's stop using the battery for Miney too. Well, Gasly too. And yeah, stop pushing on the battery for Miney too, because we can keep up with these guys. Or you know what? Yeah, let Max through, guys. Let Max through. He is not really a problem right now. And guys, lap 8. This is not what I was hoping for. Miney, well, lap 30, Miney has dropped to P8. And we are just losing and losing the time. And that is not good. That is not something I was hoping for. So we are using our tires. Look at that. Gasly and Miney has the tires. The only people who have the tires still in 80s. Obviously, Lawson, Sonoda, Stoll, and Russell, and these guys have already pit. So that's why they obviously pit under the safety car. But in my opinion, that was the wrong choice, guys. So you know what, let's just use the tires for 2-3 laps. Let's see, can Miney catch up? And look at that, guys, lap 40.
Here we head into
Miney
turn
has
2.
overtaken Frederick Vesti,
opportunity
and it's the
begging
same
to
way
be
he
taken.
got, well, the damage. Still, he had the confidence to do it. Vesti obviously went civil, still gave him the space he needed, and still now we are in P7. But look at that, guys, we have a big train behind us. Miney from P7 to P11, well, technically if you want to say P13, because Jack Doohan is now 8 tenths. Yeah, so yeah, you can say P13. We have a train. You can include Maloney in a little bit when he comes in, but right now this is the position. And look at that, guys, Lando Norris, well, Hedger, sorry, is fighting around the outside. He goes on Miney and he has overtaken him. Obviously, we are just trying to stay here, guys. And that is Vesti who has overtaken him. Ricardo goes for it and he now overtakes Miney. So, guys, this is what I'm saying. It's not because obviously we have bad car or anything. It's just that even minor damage. Obviously, underfloor is one of the biggest thing in this new regulation, but still the the grid is so close. Even the slightest amount of damage incurred can get you from P1 to P10 now. So that's why, guys, I am a little bit pissed, but obviously I knew this will happen. And look at that, Sainz and Max Verstappen has run away a little bit, but we can catch up to them. And it's a yellow flag again. We have a big crash, and let's see who crashed this time. And this time it was Yuki and George Russell. Yuki in the Porsche team and George Russell in the Ferrari is in P19 with a severe mechanical fault. And guys, 3 laps to go. Well, 52, 2 laps to go. Lando Norris, I don't know how, is leading the race. So this time I thought, you know what, let's just go a little bit early and let's just try to make a gap. Miney is in P9 now. Let's try to catch up to Ricardo. We have caught up to Ricardo. Let's try to overtake him and let's keep an eye on Gasly. He needs to overtake Lando Norris, and obviously this angle, the onboard always is a good one, and Lando Norris is defending heavily there. Gasly not try to go through the inside, which you do not see, and battery emptied for Gasly while trying to stay with Lando Norris. But through Parabolica, can he do it? Gasly wasn't able to do at this point, and this means his entire run on the start-finish straight is compromised. And this is the last lap, and Max Verstappen will try to overtake him. Max Verstappen on Gasly has overtaken him, but he goes and comes back, and he has now overtaken Max Verstappen. Lando Norris is the one we need to overtake. Miney has overtaken Ricardo. Now the next one to be overtaken is Hajar and Gasly. Let's see what he can do. Hajar has been overtaken and they are fighting, but Miney comes back and he has done it. But look at that, guys, Gasly just a little bit too far. We need to save the fuel, and Max Verstappen through the Scottish chicane has overtaken him. They are still going side by side, but that is Max Verstappen through and rounding out the last corner through Parabolica in the Ferrari's home race. Lando Norris with the fastest lap is going to win the Monza GP. Max Verstappen for the Ferrari gets the podium, and Gasly into P3, and Hadja at the end was able to overtake Miney. It's a crazy race, to say the least.
Karun, what a brilliant drive we just witnessed there.
That's a well-earned result. From the factory and on the pit wall, that's a podium for the whole team.
We may see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here.
The trophy cabinet must be full by now. That's 10 podiums this year, a masterful achievement.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza.
And at the start of the race, guys, as I told you, that if you think the rain in Monza is not going to be fun, yeah, I think you know the answer now. Kushmaini is damaged, Pierre Gasly just a little slow, Lando Norris's win, Max Verstappen's back on the podium. So many crazy things happen, and obviously it's a bittersweet for Ferrari in my opinion, because George Russell finished in the last. He finished in last. So look at that, 11 points Pierre Gasly has caught Kushmaini. So is this heating up with almost 50 points gap? Are we going to see a good season finale? We will have to watch out for that one. So guys, Constructor, we are winning it by more than half the points of Williams, and Ferrari obviously gets their fourth podium, not first, and Red Bull obviously gets their first win of the season. So guys, if you are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.